So John, one of the most impressive features that we've been able to introduce with the vSAN Express storage architecture is called auto policy management. Why don't you explain what it is?
So previously, we kind of would have to guide people through picking out which RAID level, maybe even which RAID level per VM and things like that with original storage architecture based on performance and capacity considerations. And some things are different with ESA, one of which is that we've done a lot of work on the parity RAID implementation. So the RAID 5 and RAID 6 will match or even exceed, in some cases, the RAID 1 performance. We've simplified also the process of figuring out which RAID level based on the number of hosts by injecting a health check and a policy management system that actually looks at the number of hosts in the cluster and kind of guesses, you probably want this particular RAID level.
Indeed. And what's most impressive, I think, about this feature, and one that we actually use internally here at VMware, is the ability for you to know that regardless of the size of your cluster or the topology, that you're going to be running the most resilient storage policy. So in this case, here we have a 6-host cluster. We're going to be using a RAID 6 erasure code. It's going to set a cluster-specific default storage policy for you. But in this particular case, it's going to recognize that this only has 4 hosts in it, which isn't sufficient to run at that highly resilient level. So it's going to use a RAID 5 erasure code. And the great news about this is that in any particular case, if there's an issue or a change to the cluster, let's say we evacuated this host and it's no longer a part of the cluster, it's going to let you know through a Skyline Health check what is the most ideal storage policy for that cluster. So it really takes a lot of the thinking and the planning out of it.
Yeah, and having that one-click remediation from that health check to say, you know what, I want to adjust this down, or maybe we add host to this and adjust it up to RAID 6. Being able to do that in a single click helps simplify that management.
Indeed. So Express storage architecture is not only about improved performance and efficiency and so forth, but it's just simply easier for you to use.